Hello Sagittarius, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Sagittarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there is anything you need me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. All right. Now, this is going to be a general reading. So try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Sagittarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we begin with a Six of Wands. Very nice. That's very confident energy. Let's put it into some context. We're going to use our Dove and Serpent spread. We see some very ambitious energy. Interesting. I kind of feel as if our creative energy is coming into focus now. Here we see a Four of Wands at the end. I think this is pretty nice. Yeah, it's interesting about this. Let's select our mystery card. Before I tell you what I kind of am feeling with this, let's select our mystery card. This is one random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. We're just going to set it down over here. We'll put Jimbo the Lizard King, aka Mr. Lizard, right there on top. Now, we're not going to look at that card until the very end, so Sagittarius, don't even ask, okay? And we're going to see how we might tie everything together at the end, okay? But we are doing something different. If at any point during the reading you get an idea, a sense, a feeling of what this card is, I want you to put your predictions into the comment section of this video. Okay. I want to see if we can, collectively raise our vibrations, tap into spirit, tap into source. Let's start discerning this mystery card together. Okay. But first, let's take a look around the room. We have major and major arcana. We have our trinity of major arcana cards. We do have quite a bit of fire here, right? We've got fire here, here, and here, some up here. Even this emperor is some fiery energy. Water. We've got a little bit of water here. This is very significant. This is down beneath the surface. This is within you, right? This Ace of Cups. We've got a little bit of air, a little bit. We don't have much earth energy. I feel like life is really changing right now, right? If we start with this fire energy, look at this, that we go from a 10 to a 6 and then to an 8. So I kind of feel like this Prince of Swords here is giving us a bit of a warning, almost a bit of a caution, because we are right here in this Six of Wands energy. I think you're the kind of person that you have a real confidence about you right now. You know, I feel like you have a kind of a surety. You have a real sense of your own power. You have a real sense of your ability to overcome challenges, right? This is confidence. And I think that there is right now a bit of confusion on where to take that confidence, you know? I wonder if you've recently gotten away from a situation that was draining your vitality. We see that with the Ten of Wands here in the recent past. Okay, and it could be that we got out of this situation and that's what gave us this boost of confidence. We took some of this power back for ourselves. The Ten of Wands, this is Saturn in Sagittarius, right? This is very specific to you. And with the Saturn element of this card, it's a restriction, right? This is a situation, a person, a job, an event, a way of thinking, a way of being, a way of interacting with the world that was squeezing the energy right out of you, right? And maybe you had, in the last few months, a lot of fatigue, a lot of headaches, a lot of back aches. I'm specifically getting like a lower back kind of problem, maybe a sciatic nerve kind of thing. And really, it's from your vital energy being squeezed out of you, right? Kind of like an orange that's been, squeezed to get the juice out. It's a situation, I think, that we're very happy to be out of. Okay? Now, there is a possibility that you might still be in this situation. And if that's the case, this is a very urgent reading, because it is this air energy here, this Prince of Swords, air on air. This is double air energy. Okay? I feel like there's a message here. I feel like it's kind of it's an urgent thing that says you need to get away from whatever situation is draining you of this vitality. And because it is air on air, I feel like you already know this. I feel like you have already this, not even an intuition. It could be that you're really already kind of planning it, or you're already thinking about it, you're already aware of this, but there's some kind of doubt going on. Right? Maybe, I don't know. With this reading, it's hard for me to say if this is currently happening now, or if we're still, maybe we're kind of right here at the tail end of this Ten of Wands here. We're just about to get away from this situation. Okay? You know deep within what it is that you really are after, which is healing, which is restoration, which is love, which is beauty, which is freedom of expression. We've got the Devil up here. We've got the Ace of Cups down here. This is really where you want to be, right? We have to get away from this. I think that you are aware of the situation. You know that something has to be done, but there's something in your environment or something in your mind, being, this kind of feels like you're being gaslighted a little bit, that there's something in your environment that's trying to convince you maybe that you can't do this. You don't really want to do this, right? You're fine where you are. You don't need to change anything. I don't think you're falling for this. This is the Five of Swords. This is in the position of your environment. Okay? This is some energy that's telling you you're fine where you are, but you know better. We know with this Prince of Swords that this Ten of Wands situation is too restrictive. It's stifling your energy. It's draining your energy. It's squeezing the vitality right out of you. Okay? We're overcoming that. We're moving into a Six of Wands, a triumph over this situation, a restoration of our confidence, a harmony and a balance now. Now we feel good. Now we feel like I've gotten away from that. I can conquer anything, right? I can do anything now. And you can, indeed. But this is the moment now where you have to figure out what is the next move. Where are we headed? See, we've got the Eight of Wands in the future. Now, this is Mercury in Sagittarius. This is saying, okay, now that we've gotten out of this Saturn in Sagittarius energy, we have to figure out what we're doing with our Sagittarius energy, right? We've got the confidence back. Now, let's use it. The Eight of Wands is kind of the feeling that there are too many options, right? This is the anxiety thinking, I know I need to do something, but every time I look down one pathway, I kind of feel like I need to go over here to this other pathway. So we're doing a lot of movement. We're not really getting anywhere. We're fidgeting. We're tap dancing in place. We need that Sagittarian focus. Okay? This is a life change. This fire energy is really life changing. It's urgent. Okay? You can't exist in this Ten of Wands. This could be a codependent situation. It could be a very oppressive situation at work, at home, at school, in your spiritual life, wherever it's taking place. You know that you have to get away from that. You know that you're going to feel a lot better spiritually, emotionally, creatively, vitally. By getting out of that situation, you're restoring your confidence. Now we have to figure out where we're going from here. Okay? What is it that we wish to create with this energy of ours? Well, up here at the top of the path of the dove, we have this devil energy. You're someone that once you commit to something, you don't give up, you don't quit. Right? When there is a mountain in front of you, you will set your sights on the summit, you will climb, baby. And that's probably why we've been here for a little while. Because this was a commitment that you made. This was either a company that you kind of started to work for, a relationship that you entered into voluntarily, something that you've committed yourself to. Well, I think it's no longer useful, right? In fact, it's the opposite of useful. It is starting to become a detriment to your energy. Because you're the type of person that doesn't quit, doesn't give up. That mountain is there, you're going to climb it. So let's pick a new mountain now, right? Let's pick one that is down here, Ace of Cups, beneath the surface. Let's pick a mountain that is an expression of your deepest desire. This is your purpose. This is your will. This is your sense of destiny. And I think when you have this and this together, these two elements, these two aspects of your energy, your personality, your soul and spirit, this is unstoppable. This is really, really major. This is intense. Okay? And it's a matter, I think, of us getting through this air energy here. This is, again, it's all about this central air right here. And whether or not this Prince of Swords is going to kind of succumb to this, the negative, maybe the negative self-talk, right? The pessimism, the doubt, the self-defeating beliefs that we have here that are in some way being reinforced by the environment. This is in the position of the environment. If we're going to allow ourselves to be overcome by that, or if we will triumph over it and start manifesting our destiny and kind of picking a path, moving forward in some way, getting out of this tent. It really is about us sorting out our mind and understanding where to go, right? And I say that this is something that you've always known because, one, I think you know that this situation isn't good for you anymore. And I think really you also know, with this air energy, you know what your Ace of Cups is. You know what it is that you kind of feel meant to do. Now, maybe we don't know the details. This is an ace. This is still, this is just a seed of that destiny, right? It's still kind of vague, perhaps. Maybe we don't have all of the specifics, but you know, you've got that feeling. You know that you're meant for something, and you maybe have an idea of what it is or what direction it is. We have to listen to this. There's a reason why it's underneath the surface. This is what will sustain you. This is what will support you into the rest of your life. But we've got to listen to this voice. We've got to feel this energy. We have to let it expand. Let it become a 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to a 10, all the way to perfect happiness. Right now it's just a little seed. We have to listen to it. We have to nurture it. We have to allow it to grow. Right? Now, we get over here to this Emperor. The Emperor, this is really cool because the Emperor is some Aries energy. It's fire energy, but it's the fourth mystery of the tarot. So we have the idea of fire going into a 4 configuration, which is manifestation, which is stability, which is the earth plane, right? This is the archetype of taking control of our life and manifesting our will. And here we have the 4 of Wands. This is the same thing. This is the activity. This is the method by which the Emperor manifests that will. Because this is Wands, fire, in a 4 configuration, manifested. It is the will of the Emperor now in practice as, well, in the lore of the tarot, as law and order, right? As a system of organization, of government, of authority, of the laws and the regulations that govern this plane, right? It's the decisions that you make as emperor. Now they're being enacted in the real world. So it's a manifestation of your will. This is very interesting. Because I think you're the type of person that thrives on discipline and that kind of commitment. We see that already here with the devil energy. Now it's more systematic. Right now there's a plan. Now there's something, a definite goal that we can focus on, right? That we can work toward. And every decision we make is right in line with this. This is the Emperor that has behind it this Ace of Cups. Okay? So every decision you make, every law that you enact is to fulfill this Ace of Cups. Okay? And that's really empowering. That's life-changing. This is taking control and changing your own life. We're getting over this doubt that we see with the Five of Swords. We're turning this around now. And now, instead of the pessimism, now we have optimism. Now we're letting Spirit take the wheel, right? We're putting Spirit back on top here. And we're following that kind of divine impulse. We're letting our true self lead the way, so to speak. All right. Now, because it's a Five of Swords, we should do a botanical inspiration card. I think this is going to hopefully give us a little bit of insight into this Five of Swords and the position that it's in, because it is in the position of the environment. So this is kind of, when the cards like this, it's like we're listening to all the negative energy around us, the negative opinions, all of the people or parts of our own mind that are telling us we can't do something. So we're accepting defeat before we even try. But the Emperor now we're in a position to turn this card around. How do we do that? Intelligence and mental beauty. Wisdom is the abstract of the past, but beauty is the promise of the future. Oliver Wendell Holmes, Sr. Intelligence and mental beauty. Interesting. So there's the idea of the past and the future here. And it's really, we have fire in past, present, future. We have fire in the past, current energies, and in the future outcome, right? So there's a lot of this kind of fire and how we're manifesting it. It's different aspects of the fire energy in these places, right? So we have the abstract from the past and the promise of the future, how we are utilizing this fire energy in a way that is more in line with our goals and our purpose and our feelings and the happiness that we want to manifest. Again, it's all about this Ace of Cups. But to really begin the process of pursuing this, we have to get away from this. There's something in your life that is holding you back, that is squeezing your vital energy out of you. Okay? We've got to stop listening to the negative thoughts. We've got to stop listening to that self-defeating energy or the negative opinions of others. Now, we see this Lover's energy. This is interesting to me. This is in the position of what we don't want. Now, in some cases, this means literally a relationship. Okay? Could be what we don't want. Well, we just got away from this Ten of Wands. We don't want to get into another one. Right? We don't want this. This is also the card of fears, worries, and concerns. So, because we found ourselves here and we're getting out of this, now we're very cautious about any other kind of partnership at all, platonic or romantic, because we don't want to get back to that Ten of Wands. So we're kind of rejecting any kind of partnership, right? We don't want to even go down that road. Okay? So it makes sense that this card is here. It's what we don't want. I'm not going to even entertain the notion of a relationship because I don't want to get back there. Okay, well, we don't want to just completely reject anything just because we found ourselves here and we don't want to go back there, right? So in some ways we need this card. I'm not saying we need to jump into another relationship, but we have to still be aware. We have to be receptive to the possibility that the perfect situation, the perfect partnership, relationship, the perfect job, the perfect romantic relationship, friendship, whatever it is that we might unite with, is still out there, is still possible. We can't reject this archetypal energy just because there's a chance that it could become a Ten of Wands, a codependent, or a kind of a soul-squeezing type of situation. Okay, so we have to at least be open to the possibility that we can find a good, healthy partnership, whether with a person or with an idea or with a commitment, with a job, with a study, with a passion, with a path. Right? This doesn't have to be a romantic relationship with a person. It can be our commitment to another path. It could be the other mountain, right? We have this ability to see the mountain and to climb it and to get to the top. But not if we're kind of scared of getting involved with another mountain, right? I mean, I don't want to get burned. I don't even want to go that route, you know? So we have to be able to commit ourselves to something else. Just because the last time we did that, it didn't quite work out, doesn't mean that the next time isn't going to be the perfect opportunity. But we have to be discerning. We have to know. We have to trust what we already know deep down and what we feel deep down. Right? We have to trust ourselves that we'll stop things before they get back to a Ten of Wands. And that's how we make this kind of progress with the Four of Wands. How we begin to manifest the kind of environment, the kind of reality that we want. This is Venus in Aries. This is the ambition, the will, the enthusiasm, the confidence, the assertiveness to only accept that into your life that harmonizes with who you are and what your destiny is. Right? This is a card that doesn't put up with any BS. Right? You're manifesting your will, your life, what you want to surround yourself with. Right? What you decide is right for you. No one's deciding for you. You make the decisions, and then you do the work, and you manifest it. It becomes reality. Right? The only thing that's going to get in the way of this, the fire to manifestation, the will to implementation, creation, and the created, right? Heaven to earth, fire to earth. The only thing that gets in the way of this, well, is the water and the air, right? Mainly the air in this case, the feeling that we can't do this, that we are stuck in this situation, the not knowing what our heart really wants, right? Let's look at it this way. The not knowing what our heart really wants, the not believing that we can attain what our heart really wants, right? It's the heart and the mind working against each other, working against the spirit, that prevents the manifestation. Right? When you go from fire to earth, what interferes with that but water and air? Right? So if our heart and mind are on the same page, if everything is compatible, if everything is working in unison, then we can manifest our will almost effortlessly. Yeah. We have to know what the heart wants, and we have to believe that we can attain it. And that's the key here. That's the key. Let's look at the mystery card. Maybe the mystery card will be another key. Thank you, Jimbo. All right. This is the point of the reading where I'll ask you to try to connect with these images and with these energies. Let's see if we can discern this mystery card together. All right. Let's raise our vibrations. Let's tap into spirit, tap into source. I want to see here. Oh, I'd love to see the Empress. That's what I would love to see the Empress, or any other kind of earth energy, generally, I think would be good. But the Empress would be, I think, right on the nose. No. Page of Swords. Page of Swords. Earth of air. Earth of air. Interesting. So there is some sort of resistance here to what you know you need to do, what you feel in your heart. It's this air that we've got to sort this out. This is kind of the Page of Swords is saying, yeah, I know what I need to do, but taking that first step is the hardest. And that's true. The Page of Swords is saying, look, you may not know exactly what you want. You may not fully believe that you can attain it. Well, we've got to start somewhere. You've got to try. The Page of Swords is kind of like a knight in training, right? Like a squire. Isn't very good at knighthood. Doesn't really know how to sword fight very well, right? But is learning, is trying. Maybe doesn't even fully believe in themselves. Maybe doesn't even really know if they want to be a knight. But they're going to try and see. If it doesn't work out, try something else. This is that first step. And I think it is through these efforts, through these energies, through the doing of it, that we'll begin to learn what is really in our heart, what our heart really wants. And we'll begin to gain the confidence that we need to believe that we can achieve what our heart wants. So yeah, I wanted to see an empress. I wanted to see the end result, that we've done it. Maybe we're not there yet. Maybe we need the first step. Maybe we need to try it. See that you're good at it. Get that confidence. See, it really was the beginning of the reading started out with us gaining this confidence. This is the confidence that we feel when we get away from this oppressive situation. Then we feel confident. We feel like, I can do anything. I can overcome anything. Okay, but now we're kind of moving into a new phase of this, where we know what we don't want, we've gotten away from it. Now let's figure out what we do want and get closer to it. So we're kind of back at the beginning where we've got to build ourselves up again. We've got to build that confidence back up. Okay? We're going to do an extended reading too, Sagittarius. If you want to stick around for that, click on the link in the corner. That'll give you access to all of the extended readings, not just for Sagittarius, but for every sign. You can check your other placements. You can cross-watch. New readings for Sagittarius every Wednesday and Sunday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. Thank you, and I love you, and we're all in this together.